Welcome gamers, Hazardor here, and today I'm going to show you how to kill Iris's greatest fear in the Witcher 3 Hearts of Stone DLC. Now this guy was really hard to kill, I'm not going to lie. Out of all the bosses in this DLC so far, I think this guy is probably the worst of all of them. He is so quick in his attacks, and his attacks aren't only quick, they take so much of your health down, it's ridiculous. But if you use these tactics, you will defeat this guy in no time. If you want to succeed against this guy, you're going to have to take it really slowly. You can't go in there and hit him as many times as you can and then retreat. You've got to kind of let him take control of the battle and you take a step back by blocking his shots and then countering him and getting a few hits in and then waiting for him to attack you, and then you rinse and repeat. The best time to attack this guy is when he disappears and then reappears in front of you. When he reappears in front of you, you block and then you counter him. Then you slash him 3 times with your sword and dodge to the side. Then he'll do a sort of like screaming attack. I'm not too sure what this screaming attack does, but it didn't damage me. I think it did take down my shield, but it didn't actually damage me. But you don't want to go in front of it anyway. So dodge to the sides and then hit him again and then back off. Then wait until he disappears and reappears again and rinse and repeat. It can be quite tedious doing it again and again and again, and mistakes will happen. But this is a boss battle, so it's going to take a long time and you're going to have to wait for the best opportunity to attack. And the best opportunity to attack is when he disappears and reappears in front of you, as I mentioned before. I'm not too sure why this was, but you'll see in the gameplay, and if you've tried to take down this boss a few times, you'll have noticed it yourself. Not every hit actually damages him. You get loads of points on your screen, but that doesn't actually damage him. I did not really pay attention to that. You just keep going for your hits, getting damage on him, and eventually it will go down slowly. So don't really take notice if his health isn't going down. Just keep at it, keep slashing him, and try your best to take this bastard down. This is a really interesting fight because this guy fights very similar to you. He's got a sword, like you have a sword, he's very good at dodging, he's very agile, and he moves very quickly. So you have to sort of counter him to this. As I mentioned before, you've got to do a lot of blocking and a lot of countering in order to succeed against this guy. Now, in terms of what sign to use, I think the best sign to use by far is the QUEN sign. You need to have that shield active at all times. I can't stress how important this is. If he does hit you, he takes down so much of your health. So that shield was very important. If he does strike you when you've got your QUEN shield active, back off. Don't try to attack him, wait until you can put it back on and then go on the counter. Just keep trying to dodge him while you have his shield active. Now, you don't always want to counter this guy. When he has his red sword out, I'm not really sure what it was, I'm not sure if it had blood on it or it was just red for some strange reason, but that is even more dangerous than his normal sword. The red sword takes out all of your health, it's all just gone, at level 34 anyway. If you are at a high level, I imagine it takes about 3/4 and stuff, but anyway, it is a big chunk of your health that's taken away if he hits you, so it's best to avoid that. Don't even bother counting it, just dodge out of the way every time you see him getting his red sword out. So, to go over that, red sword, dodge, normal sword, counter. Just like in any boss battle, you've got to be fully supplied with potions and or food. If this guy does hit you, which is bound to happen as we all make mistakes, back off and wait until your health is up to max. Because his hits do so much damage, you just don't want to mess with him. Unless you've got your shield up and your health is max, don't attack this guy. Just don't go for him. Oh, and another thing, the trap sign is actually quite useful as well. If you have to choose over the QUEN sign or the trap, definitely use the QUEN. You really have to prioritize the shield over the trap, as that will protect you against blows that will really hurt you. It took me about 6 or 7 tries to take this guy out, so don't be disheartened if you fail on the first, second, third, fourth, or even 5th go. This guy is very difficult, guys, don't get me wrong. He's one of the hardest bosses I've ever come against on this game. But follow these tactics and hopefully you can take this guy out, so good luck. But anyway guys, thank you for watching, like, comment and subscribe for more.